these coup d'etats, hunger, it's
Exactly.
just a basket case. And then they see this young artists, stars, they start show them Lagos, show them Kampala, and they are extremely driven in a way that I've never seen before. And I think that is, going back to your question, that is something that I feel has changed fundamentally. Being African is hip. If you're a young black kid in Britain or in Germany growing up in that environment, you are proud to be African. 10, 15 years ago, you wanted to be Caribbean, you wanted to be Jamaican, you fake the accent, or you wanted to be American or whatever. Africa was never cool. Even amongst your friends, they will be like, oh, Bush Bunny or Jungle Bunny or whatever. They'll be making fun of you, but now it's cool, so that has changed.
Okay. You've worked with several people over time. Your memories are quite active. Who would you say was the best time? Who would you say you had the best time with working with? UB40, Maroon 5, just a list of them.
Yeah. So UB40 was a dream come true. You grew up listening to like Red Wine, and then they call your management and they're like, oh, we have this song called Rudy, and would like to feature those Bantu boys, those two brothers and another German singer. So we recorded without meeting them. So they sent the instrumental, right? We did what we had to do. We sent it to them. They loved it, and they said, oh, we want to release it as a single. I was taken aback. I was totally shocked. Then we met them at the video shoot, and it was just love at first sight almost. We hung out the whole day, we're talking, and then they even told me that one of the founding members of UB40 was actually a Nigerian.
Wow.
And there I was blown away, smitten. I've just been opportune to work with great people. I've worked with Sound Sultan. It was beautiful working with him. He was just very, very talented, very calm, very focused. You just in the studio, off the cuff, he already had his lyrics. It was good to go, and so different people we've recorded with. Asha, we've recorded or worked with Ebenezer Obey, people like that, legends like that. We've backed them. Jimmy Sholanke, we've worked with Orlando Julius, and then so many different people. Tony Allen, great Tony Allen. Yeah, Sheun Kuti. Yeah. So we just work and just hang around different people. Also because we did Afropolitan vibes. The concept of Afropolitan vibes was my 13-piece band would back every artist. So we'd rehearse with them, and they would come on our stage to perform for about 20, 25 minutes, sometimes 15. So we've had everyone from Mayor Kun, Burna, Yemi Alade, Tenny the Entertainer, and then you have Falana, then you have Orlando Julius, as I said, Victor Olaya. All of them have graced the stage, close to 190, almost 200 artists. So when you get to work with them in close proximity, it does something to both your guests and to yourself. Obviously, you're polishing your musical skills, but what it has done is we also contributed in our little minute way in making artists understand that it is important to perform with a live band. Because I know after Yemi Alade performed with Bantu at Afropolitan Vibe, she started performing only with a live band. And the same with Burna. Burna was just like, oh, I'm very weary of Nigerian musicians. I'm not sure they can play my music. And then we backed him, we performed with him. And then he was just blown away, And when you see his trajectory now with a live band, you can't even imagine a Burna without a live band. So that's how you kind of like come into a conversation between the younger and older generation, and you kind of open them up to something, just like they open us up and say, hey, bros, you should try your music, try to engage this audience like this. It helps.
Okay, we have less than 8 minutes to go. It's Milan 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. But let's talk about the new album now, because that's basically Jakpa Jakpa is the lead single. It's continuing to get airplay from there for sure. But so it's the album once again. Production work. Who helped on the album?
So what we do with Bantu is we write the music together as a collective effort. So the whole band sits down at the rehearsals. We come up with our different ideas. The best idea wins. So you have to fight for your bass line. You have to fight for your guitar riff or for your melody, which is good because it brings out the best in everyone. And we share the composition credits amongst ourselves. In terms of production, it was produced by Aman Junaid and myself. So we did the classic production.
What instruments do you play?
I don't play any instruments.
That's strange.
Because we didn't have musical lessons when I was going to school. So, and by then hip hop took over. So we were using instrumental to rap,
For
and we
someone
were
who
feeling
didn't play live
ourselves.
instruments, you're in love with. Your Jakpa Jakpa song took me back to Los Angeles, what's the name of that album? 69.
Oh, Fela Kuti.
Fela's
Fela
Fela's
Los
first
Angeles Sessions.
Sessions. That's the Fela's first Afrobeat album. My Lady Frustration is the first song of the album.
You know your onions.
So that's what the song took me to, and I think it's an amazing song. We have to leave now, but how about your other stuff beyond music? How do you make money?
How do I make money?
Yeah.
Through the arts. I do different things. I have a production company. I do film productions. I'm behind the scene. It's not always about me. I do different things. I organize, I curate events. I do different kind of things. I wear many hats. But my passion is music and remains music. And I found a way to sustain myself also with music. So no complaints so far. Music has been good to me.
Afropolitan Vibes is coming again when?
Hopefully in November. We had an edition in Germany. Our first Afropolitan Vibes outside Nigeria was a blast, very successful. We're doing another one in Germany. So regarding Nigeria, we're looking end of November.
Okay.
End of November, we'll be there. Let's play one more song. Let's play 10 times backward, then we'll sign out. It is Mainland FM 98.3. There's Ade Bantu, there's Jaydan, and there's a beautiful BB in the studio.
Progress. There must reverse and 10 times backwards. Slaughter our dreams, our hopes, and aspirations 10 times backwards. Every inch of progress. There must reverse and 10 times backwards. Slaughter our dreams, our hopes, and aspirations 10 times backwards.
Undertakers and enablers, many and deadly, ready to strike at the slightest opportunity. Sweet snake charming mouth, then go use cast away your suspicions and doubts. Hoodwink your senses, confuse and knock you out before you realize.
That was 10 Time Backwards by the legendary Ade Bantu, and he's in the studio with us, but unfortunately we have to go now.
Yeah, but good times never die. Good times will always last.
Yeah.
And bad times should never come again.
Ashe.
Yeah. But it's always fun to talk to you, and we hope one day soon we'll have you again in the studio.
Most def. I had a swell time. Thanks for having me, and thanks to everyone that decided to tune in and vibe with us.
Yes. So what's your message for everyone who wants to listen to the album? What is your breaking point?
I say go there with a curious mind. We're on all platforms. Bantu, what is your breaking point? That's the name of the album. Discover our world, discover our music. Join us on Instagram at Bantu Crew, on Facebook, Bantu Crew, on Twitter, Bantu Crew. And if you want to engage me, I'm Ade Bantu on all platforms.
How long have you kept your band for?
I've kept the band in its current state for over 10 years.
People know the Jack when you're traveling.
Lie. It's never happened.
You know when people go to them abroad for
Got me a say co-owners of Bantu and of the music.
tuition room is here. He also served as a
And videos, come and book him.
Hustle
That's
for.
a side
Hustle
also.
for.